Morning. I was in there and lost track of time. I hope I'm not too late. Well, it says 9 o'clock on my phone. I was in there listening to. Well, I started out listening to some old Seldom Seen. There's an old bluegrass. Wait a minute. Did I hear you say you're going far away again? It's just old time. It's just fantastic stuff. And then from there, I went. Chris Eldridge, his guitar player, I think his daddy played with the Seldom Seen back in the day, and then now he's with a group called the Punch Brothers, and the Punch Brothers are they're kind of the new bluegrass, if you will. They're the hip, cool, forevermore. They're like, the people that just, they get it from like when they come out the womb, they know how to play music. These guys are it. Love you too, bud. Be careful. Hope you have a good day.
Yes, sir.
And anyway, the Punch Brothers. If you don't know the Punch Brothers, check them out. They're just unreal how that they can play their instruments. And they're not your typical bluegrass, what most people think of the old-timey bluegrass, the Bill Monroe stuff and all that. But they are forevermore unreal. But I like listening to that. It just amazes me how that they can do. One of the banjo player for the Punch Brothers, Noam Piccioni, I think is his name. It's kind of an odd name. He was on the David Letterman show. I seen a clip of it. And Steve Martin, if you didn't know, Steve Martin plays the banjo. And he actually has a group that he plays with, who they call Steep Canyon Brother Boys or something like that. I can't remember now. But anyway, Steve Martin was on the show too, and he said, "I got my banjo. Let's play the banjo." And they done the little Doolin Brothers, and kind of doodle-doo-doo-doo, and then the other guys doodle-doo-doo-doo. And they kind of get bigger and bigger and better and better and whatever. And anyway, it got on into the little tune. And Steve Martin, let me preface this by saying Steve Martin had said, I'm writing a check for $150,000 or something. I can't remember what it was. But it was like $150,000 to go to the Noam Piccioni something charity fund, whatever, for banjo players. I'm just making up something. And he did it, and he put it in Noam Piccioni's top pocket like that. They're just playing along, and all of a sudden the young guy just went all up and down the neck of the banjo, just went crazy with it. Steve Martin looked at him and he mashed the button. Apparently it was like on a little spring or something, and it took it out of the other guy's pocket and put it back in Steve Martin's pocket. You had to be there, folks. You had to be there. I don't know how I got off on all that. Anyway, that some of that new bluegrass is I like some of it. I don't like all of it, but about like anything else. But Punch Brothers, go check them out. They are fantastic. I appreciate everybody coming in the chat this morning. I'm gonna put the link up. I think I mentioned last week. I'm trying to alternate, like on the morning I'll have an open chat, and then the next week I'll have a guest, and then in the evenings, on Friday evenings, I'll have a open chat, and then the next week in the evenings I'll have a guest. Kind of switch it up. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But let me show you something what I got in the mail. I'm not real sure what to do with it. Can you see that? Monticello Cellars wine vinegar. Mojito. What is mojito? Mojito. What is mojito? Anyway, it must be something. And then there's a chili basil. Same thing. And then there's a Star Anise. I hope I'm getting these names right. Move these out the way. And then there is a Garlic Lovers. And then there's a jalapeno. Jalapeno. I'm not real sure what to do with them, to be honest with you. I don't use a lot of vinegar, wine vinegar at that. I mean, I guess you cook with it. You cook. Oh, I got you looking at my chin. I guess you cook with it. So I'm going to try that. I also got this. Look at that. And it says mild. I can't read it. Can y'all tell me what that says? Take a good look at it. I can't read it. I thought it said habanero, but it's got like carrots and looks like, I don't know what all it's got in there, to be honest with you. I'm going to ask them when I find out. And then I also got, let me take these notes off here, a puzzle, large 300-piece puzzle. And it says, Mr. Chuck, this is for your grandkids. Wasn't that sweet? And then I also got some biscotti. And I want you to listen. KK made these with Mr. Jesse's vanilla. We hope you like them. I did try them, and they were pretty good. And I didn't get to try much because my daughter found it, and she took it. And she took it to work with her. And it's gone. So I don't have that to show you. And then, let's see. Let me show you the back. This is who I got it from. The Vineyard Chicks, KK, Bunky, and Trey. Aren't them girls about the sweetest little girls? Young ladies. I'm sorry, young ladies. They're so sweet. Anyway, they sent me that, and I told them not to. I said, don't send me nothing. Y'all got a whole lot more other people you can send stuff to, but they just wouldn't have it no other way. They just wouldn't have it no other way. They just had to send it to me, and I'm glad they did. Don't get me wrong, and I'm thankful for it. It was real sweet of them, and and we'll use it. But there's other people that they could. They know I love them. They know that I care for them, and that I'm going to be there for them, and all. I guess anyway. Who's in the chat? Anybody in here? Let me see who's in here. See if y'all been talking bad about me. April couldn't hang around. She had to go do something they call work. I'm not real sure what that is, but she said don't have too much fun without me. Mike, MT Homestead, or Terry. I'm just, I think it's probably Terry because it's MT Homestead. She will be listening. Well, I appreciate you coming in. Hey, y'all, Terry and Mike. Now, I'm going to throw them a shout out. I'm going to throw them a special shout out because I don't know, it seemed like every time they're on their Sunday shout out, and sometimes on Wednesdays, but on Sunday shout outs, inevitably, somehow or the other, their attention turns to us, me and Blenda at Life with Blenda and Chuck, and they just talk good about us, and they try and promote us, and they have gone out of their way. This past Sunday, they had us on their little list that they wanted to promote, and I was able to get up on the channel and be with them for just a minute. And I'm like, I don't deserve all that, but I do appreciate it, and it's really, they do give me a hard time now. They have jumped on the give Chuck a hard time wagon. And then here's our friend Shannon, Journey Along with Shannon. Roger don't know it. He's my best friend now that we met, but it's what it is. Most people don't know that I'm their best friend. But it's good to see you, Shannon. We got Daddy Days, Alabama girl in the house. And there is the fellow I was talking about, Lazy Days Ahead. with Jesse and Lisa. KK made some biscotti out of your vanilla and sent me some. Did she send you any? I'm sure she did. But and I just got my video up for Last Chance Cook-Off collab thing, and I used some of Jesse and Lisa's candied jalapenos and their mango pineapple jam or whatever it's called. But and I used that in my little sauce that I made. Give you a shout out there, buddy. And also I'll throw another shout out to you. They have put out their candied jalapeno recipe today on YouTube. Got the whole thing in there. Show you how they do it. Go through the process. Give you a little Jesse and Lisa personality coming through. And hey, y'all need to check that out. Because that candy jalapeno was good. It had a little spike. Now I dumped it into tomato sauce and mixed it all together in my little concoction. And it had a little, every now and then you get a little bite, but I mean it wasn't overwhelming. Hey Tracy, New York guy, New York. He's not New York City, but he's New York. He's going to listen while he's doing it. Hey man, it has been raining here. I was going to get out and plant something in my garden, and I hadn't been able to get in it. It's just every day I'm getting rain. Every day I'm getting rain. And y'all, Evan at the North Branch, he actually kind of done a video where he went back to where he started up to where he is now and all that. It's pretty fascinating what they're doing up there. He and his daddy and his brother, and I think is helping out, and maybe some other family members every once in a while come over. But he's headed down the right path, getting his infrastructure in. And hello, Annette, Annie's Kitchen and Urban Homestead. It is so good to see you. I appreciate you coming in. It's about 10-something p.m. over there in Perth, Australia. I seen Perth, Australia, their little league baseball team. I don't think they won, but I seen them. T&J Homestead. Hey, how are y'all? This is a fairly new channel to me. It takes me a while to get used to people and get up to speed with them, but I've watched several of their videos and some of their lives, and I think they're looking for a place, and they got sick, and a number of things has kind of hindered that. But T&J Homestead, I think they was at what was that thing over there in Oklahoma? Shoot dang. I was wanting to say Snoop Dogg, but I knew that wasn't right. Snoop Dogg. What was I thinking? And there's our good friend Lydia, Sweet King's Garden. Good morning. It's so good to see you. Man, her garden is just, it's done really good this year, and it's looked good too. That's what matters. It looks good. And if y'all don't know it, she's put it out. So I'm not spreading rumors. I'm not speaking out of turn. She's actually got videos that I will run, but I will not watch she's expecting a child, y'all. Her first child. And she does have some videos on the trimesters and I don't know. I hadn't watched it. I'm not watching it. I will run it and I will support her. But when it talks about them women things, I can't handle that, y'all. I don't even do that with my wife and daughters. I'm like, no, y'all shut up. Y'all go I'm going outside. Y'all talk about that mess on your own. I'm going outside. I'm doing something. Anyway, Nick, there's AZ Highland, our buddy from Arizona. A busy fella. I'm just proud that you popped your head in to say hello. It's always good to see you. I hope everything's going well with the purchase or the going forward of your property. Hope everything's going well with that. And then we got Autumn, the better half of Hog Deer 79. They had a live last night. Always good to see you, Autumn. Appreciate you coming in. I'm going to hurry up through here, and then I'm going to post the link so I can get some of y'all up here. How about that? And there's Living the Height Life Off Grid. Hey, Megan, it's good. She was my guest. Friday, a couple of Fridays. Time gets away from me, Megan, but it wasn't this past Friday, but it was the Friday before, I think. But she's got a book out. My brain just went dead. Feeding Rabbits for Free or something like that. She wrote it. She's got it out. It's on pre-order now. I pre-ordered mine, Megan. I got it, I guess, in October. And it's not just a book. It's a signed book. Personalized. I'm looking forward to it. I need all the help I can get raising these rabbits. There we go. Punch Brothers. Got them on. Nick is on the ball. On the ball. And lazy, y'all, I must be way behind in the chat. I'm sorry. Crubby. Hey, man, Cat. Good to see you, my friend. Let me hurry through here. Baker plays. He plays the guitar that I know of. Plays the mandolin too, I think. I like the mandolin. I started out playing the mandolin a few years ago, and I like playing. I get wore out on certain, so I go back to the guitar, and then I get wore out, and then I go back to the mandolin, and back and forth. Laura from Hedgehog, y'all coming in. Appreciate you coming in. It's always good to see you. And Jesse's good about plugging it. Buy something good. Let me get down here. Well, I hope everybody's doing fine. It's been rain here. Of course, I already said that. Let's see. Let me get down here. Hey there, Pooch and Pretty. Mike Ross. Mike, I think is the name of Full Blown Country. Goes by Pooch because everybody needs a friend named Pooch. Got Deborah Lusugnolo in the house. There's Mr. Scott, way up north. Good morning there, Teresa. Good to see you. And I agree. Hey, I have been over 700. It goes up, it goes down, goes up, goes down, goes. When it hits that 0 mark, that it's whether it's a 100, 200, 3, whatever. When it gets that, it always kind of it fluctuates. It like it hovers there. I had 666 just a short while ago, and I was like, no, we ain't having this. I ain't having no channel that has the number 666 on it. And so people pushed me over that. And just a real short while, I mean, I'm up here close to 700. So I appreciate that very, very much. Share it out. Share this live out. And on your community tabs and on your Facebooks and on your whatever you got. Andale has a big day today, y'all. She has a giveaway at 10 o'clock Central Time. Tuesday. She's monetized now. She's rolling in the money. I mean, she's bringing in pennies. Penny on top of pennies now. But you can help her increase that to nickels on top of nickels by going over there and watching her videos. But she does have a giveaway today. Talk to Teddy Bear 19. Talk to Teddy Bear. I was trying to figure out what you was talking about there, Baker. But I think I do now. All right, the thing skipped on me. I'm getting down. Hey there, Wicked Awesome Garden. Good to see you. Got Little Tech Engineer in the house. Little Tech in the house. Suzanne Goulet. The name that just catches your attention. If I'm missing you, I'm sorry because I'm going down through here very quick. CNC, howdy do. What the flock, howdy do. I'm missing a lot of y'all's comments. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put out the link because it always takes all of y'all all day to get the nerve up. Some of you don't. Some of you hop right up, and then most time when one person hops up, then everybody hops up, and then all I got to do is sit in my little corner and let y'all go. Just let you handle it. Anyway, let me get over here. Wait a minute. I'm going to put it in the chat, and then I'm going to get over on YouTube and post it to the top. Does that make sense? That's the only way I know how to do anything the hard way. Ask Devil Dog. He tried to work me through. He tried to work me through a giveaway the other day, and poor thing, I'm gonna have to turn giveaway the other day. Turn that off. Let me go over here to StreamYard, pin message, and it's pinned. It's a pinned deal. It's a pinned deal, y'all. Ooh. Let's see. I was talking on YouTube and I heard it and I was like, what in the world? Look at that. Hey, I see it coming up quick, didn't I?
I got to get everybody else up here, right? Isn't that the way it goes?
That's generally the way it goes.
You were just telling us, so I thought, I'll jump up there, then everybody else will have the nerve. If she can do it, anybody else can. How you doing, Chuck?
I'm doing really, really well. Let me say hello to What the Flock, because What the Flock is kind of a new channel to me. I'm not real. I've just started noticing them around in certain chats and this, that, and the other. And like I said, it takes me a little while because you get 400 or 500 subscribers. I like to try and keep up with it. And
it's so hard.
Yeah, it's hard. But I like to put the effort in. Even if I don't, but I like to put the effort in. And when there's a new channel, I always like to kind of spend a little extra time there to kind of know them a little, get to know them a little bit better. Yep. But anyway, I appreciate you coming in, What the Flock. And y'all, if y'all don't mind, and y'all do such a good job of it, I don't even have to tell you, but y'all do a good job of putting in the links, and I appreciate that. Jeff and Lorena from back country, and I know I've missed a bunch of them. Sarah's coming in the house. I'm not trying to ignore you, Laura.
It's all right. I jumped up here before you were ready.
No, I'm never ready.
I know.
Hey, I'm going all the way to the bottom. If I miss somebody, I'm sorry. Y'all just say something, and I will say hello to you. Oh, I got Laura up here. I don't have to put her. There's Loki. I hadn't seen Loki in a while.
Hey, Loki. No, that's a wolf. What a pretty dog.
That's a wolf. He's got the cutest little boy too. Tiny Pooh Bear. Tiny Pooh Bear. I can't remember what he calls him.
I haven't met his channel. I'll have to go over and check.
He does. In the wintertime, they do. My wife says I'm easy to forget. They live up north somewhere in Wisconsin, I think, maybe.
Okay.
And he traps. He does a lot of trapping. He and his wife and his son, and they go out and they mainly catch coyotes, and they catch a few bobcat every now and then, but they might mainly catch coyotes.
I might be familiar. Hey, Danny.
I'm not ignoring her. What's up with that?
Anyway, I'm good. I am good.
Well, hey, look, you've been on my channel, and I guess I've known you for quite a while now. So it's like you're the sister that I just kind of ignore at family get-togethers. Mm-hmm. She's just here, and every now and then I'll say hi to you. Oh,
I see. So you take me for granted.
Yeah. Isn't that what family's supposed to do?
Oh yeah, of course.
Look at here. I got Scott up in the house.
Oh, Scotty.
You were ignoring me, and I was just going to go sit over at Miss Ann's and wait for her.
It's not that I'm ignoring you. I don't see you.
How the hell do you miss me?
In the chat.
All right, I get it.
Apparently I ignore everybody. Danny gets on to me about ignoring, and now Jen's getting on to me. I'm just bad about that. I apologize, and I do apologize. I don't know if that helps.
Oh, I'm not offended. I know who you are by now.
I know you don't get offended, Laura, because I take you for granted. Yeah.
I'll just start entertaining people by myself.
There you go. Get your guitar out. Get your Breedlove guitar, and I'll just sit over here and be quiet. And I'll just read stuff. And
last time I took out my Breedlove gift card, I got copyrighted. So I don't know.
That's an impossible feat for you to sit there and not say anything.
Me?
Yeah, you are.
How about both?
No, you're not lying.
I just realized why I couldn't hear y'all real well. I had my volume down. Boy, I feel dumb.
Oh, Chuck.
Pooh Bear Panda, Trash Panda, Pooh Bear Trash Panda. That's right.
Yeah.
I knew I'd get it right. There's Dawn over there all the way from Cyprus, the island of Cyprus.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming in, Dawn. She has a lives and all as well. She got a very interesting life over there to me. I don't know if
she does.
Okay, yep. You're familiar with her. It's a different world, from South Mississippi. Everything's different, I guess.
Yeah,
the whole world's different.
I was gonna say that, Chuck. The whole world's different from the slow South.
Yeah,
the slow South.
We've noticed that coming from the West Coast, coming over here. Everybody moves just a little bit slower. Hey, LG.
Right. Hey, Lori. Good to see you.
They got a story to tell, and you better sit back.
That's right. And our stories are long.
I absolutely love it. I think it's great because it builds community. You get to know people,
Where'd Scott go? Oh, there you. I see his head up under there.
He's making coffee.
Oh, he's making coffee?
Yeah.
I was looking. I heard him say something, but I didn't see him. I said, well, he done disappeared on me. No, in the South, to tell a story, you got to have background.
Mm-hmm.
You got to, and not only do you have to have background, you have to have descriptive background, and that background has background on top of that background, and before you know it, you done forgot what the story was all about.
I know.
Yeah,
we have contractors that come by, and we're thinking it's going to be a quick thing. A couple hours later.
Yeah.
They've told us all kinds of stories, and we've talked about all kinds of good stuff. So, it's great. It's great. My husband loves it. I think he really likes it.
I like it too. I like sitting around, and of course, as a pastor, I've done that quite a bit in my time of ministry. And you go by people, especially the older people that can't get out, they pretty much stuck at home.
Right.
You go by, they want somebody to talk to, and you get in, you enter the door. I've learned this. You enter the door and you immediately start planning your escape. Because it's going to take you an hour to escape after you say goodbye. Mm-hmm. So you get the goodbye over with and get the hour, whatever. Hey, Chris and Larry.
Hey.
Y'all. Got Coupon Gale in the house. And Britton Farms. Hey, how are you doing, Britton Farms? It's good to see you.
Britton Farms. Gail. So do you plan your appointments accordingly? Instead of 1 hour, do you give an hour and a half or 2 hours for one appointment? You
know me by now. I don't plan nothing.
Your wife does it for you?
No, she don't. She give up on me. She tried. When we first got married, she tried, and she just said, "No, it's a losing effort. A losing effort."
Is that one of those God bless her soul? Try.
Yeah. God bless her little heart.
That's a southernism.
Mm-hmm.
God bless her heart. God, bless her, bless her. All that southern. Hey, southern is the way to go. You move slower. You don't get in a hurry. You just take your time. You sit and visit, even though you don't want to, for hours and hours with somebody that, especially, and y'all know this from listening to me, especially with people that say the same story over and over and over and over. You go over their house and they tell you this story. Fascinating story the first 10 times you hear it.
Yeah.
after that, it gets a little odd, gets a little old, but you don't want to be disrespectful. I mean, they most of them are older. They don't have anybody to talk to, and
Yeah.
you don't want to be disrespectful to them. Somebody come in the house I didn't recognize. Rudy Rudy.
Hello,
Appreciate you coming in from Texas. From from Houston, Texas. They got a bunch of Texas folks.
Texas in the house.
Texas in the house. Organized pineapples and
you guys be careful.
Peterson Farms
take over.
What?
Yeah, I know. They think that I think they're going to start their own little country down there.
I think he got himself a posse.
Jesse, you think Jesse got him a posse? Rounded up a posse.
Hey, Old Ways Garden.
Jesse.
Yeah, I didn't get around to the lives too much last night. I started out with Stevens, and we had my grandchildren over. Anyway, so that's just, it's kind of hard to do anything when you got grandkids messing with you. And then my daughter calls while he was on his live, or he had his live. She said, I'm on my way to the ER. I'm like, why are you going to the ER? She said, I got a sharp pain in my right. She's a nurse. Okay, Laura, you would understand this. In my right bottom quadrant or something like that. I was like, what? It's in my bottom, on my right side, Daddy. Okay, just say it's on your right side. It's down around there. And anyway, she was having real sharp pains, and she thought it was her appendix because it got her real sick and nauseated. And anyway, she went to the emergency room, wound up having to go to the emergency room, and which I just dropped my wife off because they don't like a lot of people in there. And I got her car, brought it home, and wound up. They said she didn't have appendicitis, but her white blood count was elevated, and something else was elevated, and I'm not real sure. I don't know if he just walked off, or else he got tired of the story, or else if this internet kicked him off. All those are viable options.
Yeah.
Anyway, she
Hey, Tim.
She's got an ultrasound today because, look, at the hospital they said the ultrasound, they didn't have the ultrasound room going. I guess they don't have the staff to do it or fund it or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, what was I talking about, Laura?
Your daughter.
Hey, Doreen.
It's all good.
Doreen, Food Prep Resource. She's a new one too. I hadn't got around. I just met her.
Hey, Doreen. Nice to meet you.
Okay. It wasn't my boring story. It was hitting the wrong button. Well, come on up, Scott.
Welcome from California.
Who's that?
Doreen's from California. Food Prep. Food.
Let me go back up here. I missed that.
I think she's from California.
Silicon? Oh, she's in Silicon Valley.
Wow.
And What the Flock, or I guess What the Flock's from Los Angeles, Burbank area.
Nice.
Got the Tennesseans and got the Californians in the house. And the Tennesseans on the panel.
On the panel.
On the panel. There's Mr. Boots and Bounty. Good to see
you. Mr. Boots. Good to see you.
She's I hope she's fine. Something always happens with her. She always has. She's the one that had her face going wacko and having the seizures, and so I'm not real sure what the deal. It's always running trees. Now, y'all, Laura took a trip into the Amish country. I thought she was driving miles and miles. I thought she was like going on hour-long trips. No, 4 miles from her house.
I just drove over into Kentucky, which is 2 blocks away.
She can walk there.
I can walk to, and then the market that I go to, it's actually a dairy, is 4 miles from there, just because it's in the country,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's right there in my backyard. So
Come on, Jen. Chris, I was on her live yesterday, and I won a shirt, a piggy shirt. I hardly ever. I'm not the Jesse and the Andales of YouTube. I don't win everything every little.
I never win anything.
And but I have won a few times, so I guess I shouldn't complain. And I'm not complaining. I'm maybe I'm complaining. Anyway, I won a shirt on hers, and it wasn't because of somebody else that got on. I think it was Bearded Eagle or somebody, and they were saying, that they was really whining about wanting a shirt and, just picking on her and all that. And she said, well, I'll do another drawing. And it was me. It was Ernest T. Hey there, Tiny Tim. Posey.
Yep.
Good to see you.
It is good to see you.
And I know with the summer and how is y'all's thing going? How's your project?
Our garden?
Yeah.
Our garden's going good. I just picked a hornworm off of one of my tomato plants. So, and then I've got army worms in I got to figure out how to take care of those. I got army worms in my sweet potatoes, and I was peeling back my sweet potatoes because they were kind of devastating the leaves,
Right.
But we don't have that much more time to go, so I'm not too worried about it. Every time I open those leaves up, there's frogs in there, so I'm like, oh, they'll take care of them.
They should eat them.
They're natural pest control, so.
Okay. I'll take your word on that. I do get a lot of frogs in my garden, so they scare me to death. You'd be digging around something, all of a sudden they'll jump.
Yep. They scare my black lab to death. He hardly wants to go in the grass now by the garden because it's like it scares him. So.
Well, actually, I was asking about your property, your house, and just talking about your contractors.
Well, the contractors. I mean, we're still having issues getting them out there, but we have to get the PICC line stuff done for the septic, and we can't disturb anything until that's done, and that's going to happen within the next 40 days. They'll be out. So,
oh dear God.
Yeah. So that's how everything's going. It's like every time we go to check on when our well is going to be put in, it's another 3 months out. Just so
things move slower in the South, though.
Yeah, it does. It does. We finally this week we're closing on the piece of property that we're selling. We're selling 30 acres of our property to help pay for the home. And so that's closing this week. So that's progress, I guess, So.
Yeah. Well, and I know y'all want to get this done with as little debt as possible.
Right.
And so doing it that way is going to take probably a little bit more time than just going to the bank and saying, okay, I want the money now. And I can
we'll see what happens with that. I don't know if we can do that.
Right.
So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But.
Scott, what button did you just hit?
I hit the X. I went to look at the chat, and fat finger syndrome. I hit the X, and it kicked me out. Like, said, "You're a dummy."
Turn that down. That ain't too noisy, is he?
No.
I gotta have my biggest fan talking to me.
Your big one and only fan, but
I think my fan's bigger than yours. I might turn it on too.
Scott says it's my one and only fan. I prefer to use the terminology "my biggest fan."
Oh,
yeah.
Because that implies more than one.
Yeah.
It don't mean more than one, but it implies it.
Yeah. Well, all right. It also implies that Laura's, got a bigger fan than you. So
yeah, this is true.
I'm
fine with that. I'm fine with that. I'm not a jealous type person. Just
It's called Mr. Hedgehog. He's my biggest fan.
So I figured I'd come over and talk to you before Miss Ann's giveaway, and maybe I could win something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, I
maybe.
hope so. I'll rub off on you there because I am a winner.
Can you rub off on me too here?
Yeah, I got you. I got
Okay. Okay.
y'all, both of y'all are shoe-ins for winning something today. She's got $25 gift cards. She got like 200. She got what, 8 of them? 8 of those to give away.
That's sweet.
And then there was some other things that people were giving away. I think Jesse may be giving away a used sticker. And if I'm wrong on that, then it don't really matter because
I gave a cup.
Do what?
I gave a cup.
Yeah, this cup.
Yeah.
This
Several
cup
people have given.
Not this cup, but this type of cup is being given away.
Right. And listen, Ann Dale is. You hate to just flatter somebody up and put pin flowers on them all the time, but she is such a nice lady. She helps everybody. She's got a kind heart, and she is. She does. You don't mind being associated with somebody like that. I'm like the sour to her sweet. You come here and get that sour, and then you go to her and get that sweet, and it just, hey man, that's makes it good.
Yeah.
Don't agree with me.
That's some good sweet and sour.
Well, sweet and sour goes good together, and you're back to back.
Yeah.
So when you're done puckering, you can go get your sweetness filled with Ann Dale.
When you're done puckering.
Analogy I'd use, but okay.
Y'all are. I just all I do is I put up a live stream to give people opportunity to share, not only to come vent their frustrations out on me and be able to just kind of pour things on me, but also to share their wit and their wisdom, their understanding of the English language, to use words like puckering.
When explaining you.
When explaining me.
Yeah.
See, she was using that and it ricocheted and got me. It ricocheted, that ricocheted and nailed me right in the forehead.
That was well directed at you.
It was well directed. It was like it was aimed by God himself. Like that rock that hit the giant right in the head. It was aimed right by God himself. Hey, but that's fine. That's fine. I
I'm playing.
I do, Laura. And I hope
Chuck would have been off YouTube like months ago if he didn't.
Months ago.
Yeah.
He'd still be in the corner in the fetal position. They don't like it.
Hey, Mayfield. Hey, Katie. Good to see you. Who needs Dr. Phil when you got Dr. Chuck?
Oh dear, we're all in
trouble now.
I can handle it. I can import all kind of Dr. Philisms if you need me to. I didn't see Cottonwood come in. Where'd Cottonwood come in? There she is. Hey there, Raquel. Raquel. She had a Monday Maggin last
Raquel.
night. Yep. She had a Monday Maggin. And she had, she had Gil, Kemp something, whatever. And then Josh from Skinner Farms and Devil Dog.
Triple.
Hey, you get them together, it is hilarious. They are just funny as all get out.
I feel they were picking on Josh last.
Yeah, well.
I really felt sorry for Josh.
Well, I didn't feel sorry for him.
I didn't for long.
I was hoping to start the new hashtag trend. Josh is a loser.
No, Chuck's got that one.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm trying to pass the.
Devil talk. What?
Of course, Devil Dog didn't win either,
No.
so he's kind of a loser as well.
What? All right, if you put it in those terms. It seems
Wendy.
a plethora of losers and you know, pucker today.
Losers unite right here on Chuck channel. I couldn't believe the random draw of Eddie and Gary. Was it that hilarious or what? Gary is Belt Loop, okay? Belt Loop 29. Of course, he's got a billion different channels now that he gets on here. But Devil Dog was saying, no, don't put Gary on. Don't put Gary with me. Don't put Gary. She done the random draw, and doggone if it didn't come up. I was tickled to death.
Yeah.
Hey, tell everybody in Walmart hello. Hey.
You get kicked out of there if they see you're on camera.
Hey, everybody you go to, tell them, hey, y'all get on Life with Blending Chuck. Life with Blending Chuck is live now. Life with Blending Chuck. Get on there. You got 14 minutes.
I shared you out.
That's all right. I give you a big thumbs up right there, Laura.
Woohoo.
Hey, Rebecca.
I like to share people out.
I do too. And I forget sometimes. I like, boom, I get about halfway into the live and I forget.
Yeah, me too. Hey, Rebecca.
Well, I seen Wendy come in and I wanted to mention her. Hold on. Where's she at? Where's she at? There she is. Wendy Hardnack. She's Hardnack Farms. She's got a beautiful greenhouse. If y'all had never seen that, she's got it's kicking and rocking
and kicking.
I would love if I ever was blessed with a lot of money. That's one thing that'd be over in my field would be a great big greenhouse that I could grow like tropical fruits and.
Me too.
Because there's a lot of stuff that I see you folks, you know, like fresh lemons, limes, it's just.
You could sell your excess for mint.
Oh,
like
you think up here in Canada, Raquel can speak of it as well. We get our stuff cut. It's so green. It's not even finished growing yet.
Yeah.
To ripen in the trucks on their way up to Canada.
Yeah.
We don't get the proper taste. Exactly. I know when I was driving 18-wheeler all through the U.S., whatever. I loved going down to Texas, Louisiana, and going into a truck stop just to have, like a fruit cup.
Yeah.
The fruit down there tastes different than what it does in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Except for apples and stuff like that that we can grow up. Cherries.
Great.
Yeah. But like your exotics, there's no chance. But and then I watch all around Sarah, and she walks out her front door and cuts off a mango, and I'm like, oh, really?
Yeah.
She's got a mango tree. No, either out her back door or front door, and then out her front door she's got something else. But it's just it's crazy.
Jealous.
Oh.
Me too.
Yeah.
But I guess like y'all do grow a lot of. Can y'all grow a lot of like apples and stuff up there, Scott?
Oh, apples is a huge commodity here in Canada.
Yeah.
We actually ship a lot of our apples down into the U.S.
Yeah.
I that's what I was thinking. I think that colder weather probably is does something for them too.
Yeah. Yeah, they need that cold weather.
Like your root.
Thank you, Doreen.
All around Sarah can't grow apples though.
No.
We need, she can't, not down there.
No.
So every region has its.
But you know what? I'll sacrifice an apple to grow bananas, mangoes, And
You can grow a dwarf banana tree in your house.
I suppose, but yet my wife, it's so damn cold in here that if it's not a frozen side of beef, it's not going to survive in this house.
Yeah.
I imagine if anybody would benefit from a greenhouse, it'd be people up north,
Yeah.
a little bit further north. Down here in the South Mississippi specifically, that we pretty much. I mean, I could use a greenhouse, and it would be a help, but it's not completely necessary because our growing season is so long, and
It's nice for starts, getting starts there.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't want them in your house and stuff
Like
like that.
I watched the Max. They're down around where you are there, I think.
they're in Brookhaven.
Oh.
They're about a little over an hour from us.
Okay. Well, and just the way that they have their whole growing season set up, there's really only the month of January that their farm's not producing either a root crop or, and even at that, they've got lettuce out there, they've got kale, so yeah, where my growing season is the 1st of June, and it's looking good into September this year, but I've seen us have snow the middle of September.
Yeah, that's just unreal to me, Scott. I've heard you say that, and I've heard several others up there talk about that. And I can't even process that in my head.
Well,
it's getting cold that quick.
Raquel's in here. They got early snow last year, or was it? Yeah, it was last year they got early.
Yeah.
And they we get normally what they do 3 days after.
Mm-hmm.
So the weather system that comes from west to east, whatever Raquel gets, I will get 3 days later.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, so that's why we kind of watch out, Alberta, Manitoba. We will get it depending on how the winds and jet stream are going, but it's probably about 2 to 3 days. But anyways, Chuck, I got to drop off because I've got to go and call the Mod Father and, send my donation that he doesn't take my channel down today.
Hey, I appreciate you coming up, Scott. I really do.
Don't let him break your leg this time.
Well, you saw what he did to my eye, and he did 3,000 miles away. He's got a shot on him.
Take care, Scott. I appreciate you coming up.
All right.
We only have just a few more minutes. We got about 6 or 7 minutes, and so because I want to send everybody and look, I don't even have to send you over there. Y'all going to be going over there on your own. It's going to be like sliding downhill. You can't help it. You're going to be going that way.
Yeah.
Because everybody.
Stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, comes on.
Let me get this girl. Hey.
Hello, Danny.
You kind of dark there.
Yeah.
You singing and hold on just a second. Do you need me to go with you? You positive? You sure? Okay. Well, I will. All right. I love you. Be careful. I turned around. Danny's gone.
She dropped down because we couldn't hear her.
Oh, we couldn't hear her?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my daughter was headed to go get her ultrasound. I didn't know if I was supposed to get her or not. Flicker Hill. Y'all.
Hey, Flicker.
This is Erica. Look, I've got.
Look at a beautiful garden.
Oh my goodness! I get bored with going to her channel and commenting on how beautiful her garden is.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what else to say. I'm like, what am I going to comment?
Can you come over and do that to my garden, Flicker?
Yeah. Oh, hey. And where you live right now, Laura, I mean, you're kind of at a disadvantage because of the circumstances.
Yeah.
But what she's got going on took time. It's a lot of work, a lot of time, and she didn't get there overnight. I guarantee you that. Got Ronnie and Brittany. And look, they just got a dog. They named Lufa. Do you know who RB Story is?
Uh-uh.
They I won't say they're in California.
Okay.
And she grows loofahs and like rows of them. It's just Jesse turned me on to them. Jesse, Lazy Days.
So I need to go to her channel and learn about my loofah that I have growing outside.
She can tell you about loofahs, but they got a little dog and they named it Lufa. I said, how in the world did you ever come up with a name like Lufa?
Yeah.
Sarah, I appreciate you coming in. And I apologize if I don't speak to
Thanks,
everybody like I need to, but I could hear you all till I was put on screen to nothing. Sounds like you couldn't hear me either. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
can hear you.
Yeah, she'd love to come help you out there. But anyway, yeah, Erica there at Flicker Hill, they have a beautiful garden, and RB Story, they got it's different country than what you and I are in.
Mm-hmm.
But they growing all kind of stuff out there. Really, they got their daughter has some rabbits, and they got chickens and so forth and so on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
The puppy, which they're fairly new to me because Jesse just turned me on to them just a few weeks ago.
Oh, good. Cool.
And actually, I think they come on our live. I can't remember. Somehow or the other, Jesse told me go check them out, so I went and checked them out. And I'm glad I did.
Okay. If the mob father sends you somebody, you better go.
I'm not going against the mod father.
No,
I'm not going
don't
against.
listen to that man.
Hey, thank you, Jesse. I was about to say we need to go support Ann Dale. Tell her how much we love her and care for her, and how much we appreciate her. Let me say hello to Becca. Becca, we all about to go to Ann Dale's. I appreciate you coming in. Laura, thank you so much for popping up on here and be company.
We'll see you guys. I'll let you say your goodbyes.
Hey, it's good to have somebody that will pop up on the screen that you're kind of familiar with and know, at ease with, I guess. And I appreciate that. I really do.
All right. Bye, everybody. We'll see you at Ann's.
Okay. All right, everybody in chat, thank y'all so much for coming. We appreciate your time. Hope we wasn't too scattered brain today. I'm always scattered brain. I don't know why, but I do appreciate y'all coming in. It means the world to us, and I wish I had the ability to tell you how much it means to us. But I thank y'all, and I hope y'all get to know one another and get to be family with one another. So appreciate y'all coming in. We're going to get off here and go see Ann Dale and see if we can get her channel to hopping. All right, we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.